In this video, I want to draw a building in 2-point perspective, so I put 2 vanishing points on the horizon line, and I start with drawing a simple cube, and then I draw each floor's line. So I divide the initial cube into the number of the floors that I have. So on each side I divide each side in 2, and I want to have a setback here Now I want to draw a cylinder in the mid part of the building. For this part, I extrude this part Don't forget to draw the thickness of the ceiling and the floor part. So I continue the lines of the cylinder and I continue this cylinder form on the roof. Now I have a setback again here. I continue the form of the cylinder up to the ground floor. In perspective drawing, we should just pay attention to the correct vanishing point. The parallel lines are going to the same vanishing point. If you get confused, you can draw a simple plan, the top view of the form, to see which lines are parallel when you're drawing the 3D form in perspective drawing. You see, we all started from a simple cube, and level by level we are actually designing and creating different forms based on that initial simple cube. So that would be the interior. Now here I draw the thickness of the ceiling of the each floor. Now I will make setbacks and the windows on this part. Now let's go to the other part, to the right side. Again, setback, and here I draw the windows. To practice ideating forms, you can just start with a cube You can draw it in 1 or 2-point perspective or even 3-point perspective, depends on your skill. And then you can start making a form by making extrusion and setbacks, or adding different forms. Like here we have a cylinder and a cube in one form. Now let's add some vegetation. A palm tree here. It's really easy to draw and very attractive. When you add these environmental elements, you make your drawing come to life. The structure of this cylinder part, maybe a diagrid structure. Now the lights of the street, you should pay attention that the top and bottom side of this vertical element, the lights should be on the same line toward the vanishing point. As we go toward the vanishing point, the distance looks smaller. The figures, the point in drawing figures is just the head of all the figures should be on the horizon line. If you are drawing the perspective in observer, actually a street level observer view. Now we want to render this building. We start with the black marker. Since the sun is always above the building, so under the surfaces should be dark, and the opposite side of the sun ray, if the sun is shining from the right, so the opposite part will be in shadow, and it's colored in black. Now we go to the gray marker and actually color the shades, the shade parts in gray. My marker is WG3. The code is WG3. The parts that they get less light will be gray. When you add these shades and shadows, all the extrusions and setbacks get visible and the form is shown in a better way. The windows and the setback windows will be in shades, so they're colored in a gray. Now some vegetations here would be a good idea. At the background you just add some green stains to show the vegetations. The darker parts, you use the darker green for the shadow and dark parts of the vegetations. Under the leaves would be darker because they get less light. Now I want to use a warm color for the facade of the building, and for this central part, the cylinder, I choose the blue because I want to color the sky in blue, so all the glass parts are reflection of the sky, so I use the same color of the sky for the central glass part, the cylinder part. Now the sky at the background. Green for the leaves. Little by little you add details and colors and materials, shades and shadows to your drawing to make it look more real and come to life. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. Practice and share with me.